There are so many wireless earbuds out there, and if you ask pretty much anybody who has tried them, they'll say that really the best sound quality is going to be from Sennheiser, Master & Dynamic, or Sony's. And out of those three, they're all very, very expensive, well over $200. And for some people, that may not be in your budget, which is why Sony just released a lower mid-range pair of earbuds. I have them right here, and we're gonna test them out in this video to see how good the sound quality is, the microphone quality, the battery, and pretty much everything I can possibly test about these earbuds. Now, if you look at the box, they plaster all over the box, all these logos that say extra bass. So the big selling point here is that these are supposed to have very high quality and very loud bass, but some of the other big claims they have are a long battery life, excellent call quality, and a lot of the other classic Sony features that we would be expecting from these earbuds. These are the Sony XB700 earbuds. I know, just such a great, easy name to say and remember. A good old Sony naming scheme, coming up with such great names for these earbuds. But anyway, guys, I want to start off with a physical tour of these because it really is a pretty different form factor from a lot of other earbuds on the market. We have the entire plastic case here, kind of tilts the earbuds up at a slight angle there, so when you open it up, they're kind of sitting nicely on display. Personally, for making videos, this is actually really convenient for me, but otherwise, the case is, it's a little bit larger than maybe the Galaxy Buds, but I could see it's still going to fit very nicely in your pocket. It sits nicely on any table that you set it down. You don't have to worry about, like the AirPods case, you can't really set it up right. I like the case overall. It's all plastic design there, so it feels, not super premium, but it feels like you'd expect for a $130 pair of earbuds. It has USB Type-C charging on the back. On the bottom, we do not have Qi wireless charging. That's a small drawback. I know if you've watched my videos in the past, I always say I really want that on watches and earbuds and phones, so I don't have wires all over the place. It's just so much nicer just to set things on a wireless charging pad. Now, looking at the earbuds themselves, they are definitely a little bit on the larger side as far as more modern earbuds go. And I was skeptical of this because typically larger earbuds, when you're going for a run or a walk or working out, they tend to fall out of your ears. These, however, do not. They actually are very comfortable. They stay in my ears very, very well. And I was very impressed by the fit. So the only downside to the size of these earbuds is really just going to be aesthetic. And they definitely stick out a little far. You might look, here's just a couple B-roll shots of me wearing them. They look a little bit more like a Shrek type look, like some ogre ears coming up there. But other than that, I really don't dislike the design that much. Now, they do have physical buttons on the bottom, which I thought was kind of a strange thing. Not many earbuds do this, but because these stick out so far, you can pinch the entire thing, and the button seems to work just fine. And something I like about physical buttons, as I talked about with the Jabras, is that you don't have to worry about accidental touches when you try to adjust the fit of your earbuds. You also don't have to worry about wearing gloves or having wet or cold hands. Without a cap touch sensor, it really is a little bit more of a robust design. In the box, you do get multiple different silicone tips. These are the exact same silicone tips that we see on the premium line of earbuds from Sony, so they fit very well, very good seal in your ear. These don't have active noise cancellation, but the passive noise blocking is definitely pretty decent, and like I said, comfort is definitely a big win for these earbuds. So looking at these earbuds, they do have two microphones, but unfortunately, I do not believe they have a proximity sensor. It looks like they should have one on the inside. There's a small hole there, but when I take these out of my ears, they never pause, so I'm pretty sure they do not have autoplay, auto pause features on there. But of course, as soon as you take them out of the case, they will pair. Putting them back in the case, they do turn off. So as far as pairing goes, the Sony internals of this, they did a really good job. I find that they pairs almost instantly. You can start playing music significantly sooner than you would with something like the Sennheisers or even a lot of other earbuds out there. So speaking of the connection, part of the reason that it's a stronger connection and it's faster with pairing is that these are single point connections, something I really like to see in earbuds. So you can listen to just the left or just the right. These do not, unfortunately, have a transparency mode, so it would be a little bit more necessary if you're trying to hear your surroundings to maybe keep one earbud out of your ear. It's something that for some reason they just didn't include that. Also, another thing to note is that I'm fairly certain you cannot connect these with the Sony headphones app. It doesn't say anything about the app in this user manual in there. I tried to connect it, it does not connect, so it doesn't seem like you'll be adjusting the EQ of these or obviously there is no transparency mode like I said right there, but you can't really do any other adjustments in the app. I don't really know why Sony did that, but they did. These unfortunately do not have multi-pairing. It's something that I really do like to see in earbuds, and it's not exactly as common as I would like right now. A lot of earbuds don't have that, but you just won't be able to connect to like your laptop and your phone and switch really easily. So these are definitely meant for working out. As I said, they're very comfortable. The bass is a very big selling point of these, and I'll touch on that in a minute, but they're also IPX4 water resistant, which means rain and sweat should not do any damage to these earbuds. These are available in two different colors. There's a black one, and these are obviously the blue one. I think it looks pretty nice. Obviously, the size is a little bit of a drawback, but the color scheme, I think, was a pretty good idea on Sony's part. Without the app integration, you're also unable to customize the controls, but I find that they're fairly straightforward and easy to use. So on the right earbud, if you press the button once, it's play or pause, twice is next, 3 times is previous, and touch and hold will summon your assistant, Google, Siri, whatever you're using. And then on the left, you only have volume control. So pressing it 1, 2, or 3 times just turns the volume up. Pressing and holding turns your volume down. Hey guys, a quick aside, I know I said I was going to make a best mid-range earbuds comparison video. I was holding out on that until I got these earbuds. I really think these may end up in that video. So if you want to see that, make sure you don't forget to go down and click the subscribe button, click the bell icon, so you don't miss that video. Now, talking about battery with these should have 9 hours of battery in the earbuds and another 9 in the case for 18 total hours. And charging them up, you can put them in the case for 10 minutes and get 60 minutes of listening. Or if you want a full charge, you can plug everything in, and it should take about 2.5 to 3 hours until the earbuds and the case is back up to 100%. So now getting into a microphone test, starting off in a studio environment.
This is what they sound like if I was on a phone call using the new Sony earbuds. They sound just like this. Something I like is that they do have a slight transparency mode when you're on the phone. So I feel like I can hear my voice a little bit better. I wouldn't be screaming because the passive noise blocking is definitely really good on these. So without that, I would be talking very loud. But now let's go outside and see how it sounds. All right, so we're outside right now. It's kind of windy here. There's not a ton of traffic, but we got a big truck right there. So hopefully now we should see how good this microphone actually is on these earbuds. Comment down below. Let me know if you can hear me or not. What do you guys think of this? Again, another great example of some ambient sound around us.
Okay, so now let's get into sound quality for these earbuds. Starting off with the codecs, I actually don't know what codecs are on this. They don't say it in the user manual, on the box, or on the website, so maybe I'm missing it, but you can assume it's probably SBC and AAC. Maybe they also have their Sony one in there as well that we saw with the premium models. But the sound quality of these, everybody has different preferences. Everyone has different music tastes, different preferences for their EQ, and also different ear geometries. But no matter who you are, if you listen to these, you will definitely say that the extra bass claims are very true. It's very prominent, very loud bass. And I was impressed by the clarity of the bass as well. So talking about just describing the sound quality here, I'd say they're very vibrant. They're definitely exciting, lively. You feel like you're in a club, so it's definitely better for that style of music. If you're listening to music more like Steve Aoki or maybe so that's like EDM type stuff. If you're listening to maybe Godsmack or some harder rock, if you're listening to pop, it'll definitely sound really good. So it has kind of an HD effect there. So it's definitely very punchy bass, very high clarity with the bass as well. And there actually is very little lag. So I listened to these compared to the Galaxy Buds, and I found that the lag on these was even slightly less than the Galaxy Buds, just very slightly though. So they definitely have a good job. They did a good job on that part as well. They have excellent subsonic bass, so it's really clean on the low end. So there's clearly a very large driver in there. You can tell with some earbuds when they try to max out the bass and it gets a little distorted, but these, you can tell that whatever volume I'm listening at, it's really not even close to pushing the limits of the driver in these earbuds, at least from what my testing showed. So a lot of you might be wondering how these compare to the Jabra Elite 75Ts, which I've always been saying have the best bass. And I would still say that the Jabras definitely are a little bit more seismic, shake your head a little bit more, but that may just be the EQ I have in the app on those. I would say these are definitely cleaner, more powerful, and just very impressive bass. So if you're looking for a very clean bass profile, I think these do a better job than the Jabras. I can't believe I'm even saying that, but so far, we've just been focusing on the bass. When we get into the rest of the frequencies there, I find that it's definitely, there are very warm mids. The mids sound pretty good. The clarity of vocals is definitely decent enough that I enjoy it. Once we get to the higher frequencies, I find that it's definitely a little bit more muted, definitely a lot more congested, and loud cymbals may be a little bit more sibilant, so it can be, like, it's not perfect for the high ends, but I think most people listening to this, like I said, the genres you're looking for are pop, rock, EDM, and rap. It's definitely going to be much heavier on the bass and the mids, and the highs, like, you can hear them, they get the job done, but I wouldn't be listening to like coffee house acoustic music with these earbuds and expecting it to sound good. And so it's hard to explain how much bass these have, but if you think about the genres of music you're interested in, I would kind of draw the line at like the Grateful Dead. So anyone bassier than them, like a lot more rock and bassier than them, you're definitely gonna love these earbuds. Anyone more acoustic or less bassy than them, these I would say would probably have too much bass. And if you're right in the middle and you listen to the Grateful Dead, it might be a little tricky. Like these sound good on some songs, they sound a little bit too heavy on the bass in other songs. Okay, so that's a lot of information there, but who are these earbuds actually for? Now, I think you can break it down in a couple main categories. Anybody who is looking to work out and you want something that's water resistant, fits really well, has very easy controls that you can find when you're running without trying to look for a touch sensor, and also has a lot of bass, these are a great pair of earbuds. $130 is an excellent deal for that group. Another group of people that would really like these is anybody who is not looking for a lot of excessive features. You're not looking for an EQ, you're not looking for like ANC, you're not looking for transparency mode, a lot of stuff like that. Then these are gonna be, you know, a basic good pair of earbuds if you're not looking to customize them. Now, who are these not for? I think a lot of people out there that might be looking to use an app to customize their earbuds. There are so many other earbuds that even sneak down towards this price. So the Galaxy Buds, the originals, for example, are about this price, maybe even less by now. And you will be able to customize like transparency mode and find my earbuds. And like you have a lot of other features that these just lack. And so maybe Sony just doesn't have the app integration set up yet. Maybe it's buggy right now. Maybe by the time you're watching this, they'll add that. But for now, not having an app is definitely a drawback in my opinion, because I feel like these are definitely very capable earbuds. The sound aspect is really hitting exactly their target market, but I wish they added the app integration there so you could do a little more freedom with what you could do with these earbuds. But overall, I'm definitely impressed. I think they're an excellent pair of mid-range earbuds. They're really fun to listen to, and the bass is definitely extra. It's something that if you're looking for that, I really enjoy it. So guys, that's what I have to say about these. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, if you like these or not. As always, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.